Primeape is a Pokemon that got an evolution in Generation 9 with Annihilape. However, that means that it can now use the Eviolite item. And this team specifically, with all the water Urshifus running around in the format, has been on a rampage in Japan's Grassroots tournament. We're going to be trying out this team and see how well it performs. This is a recreation of a Primeape team that's done extremely well in Japan's Grassroots tournaments. We have the Anger Point Annihilape with a Violet that's actually pretty bulky overall, combined with the Scarf Urshifu that you can use to self-hit or the critical hit Anger Point, maxing out the attack on Primeape, and then being able to heal back and do a lot of damage with either Rage Fist that's boosted with 3 hits because of Surging Strikes, or Drain Punch and also get all that recovery back alongside Encore support. Then the rest of the team still can function without the Annihilape sweep with the very offensive Xian Pao. This one running Terra Ice and Ice Shard, which is interesting coverage to help out against Tornadus. You have the Terra Normal Extreme Speed Dragonite that can dish out a lot of damage, Choice Specs Flutter Mane, and the Thunderous with double weather support to help out against both versions of Sun and Rain that you might encounter. If you would like to check out the details of the team and the creator, you can check them out down below in the description. Uxie, last year, Iron Hands, Sylveon, Fluttermane, and the Ursaluna. Okay, this is one heck of an interesting team, I'll say that much. Iron Hands plus Trick Room Setter is probably going to be the lead here, which trying to see how it would break through it. I mean, they also have to worry about, like, if I lead Fluttermane, that would actually be like a really bad lead, I'd say. But I'm not 100% certain. I kind of want to go with the Urshifu Primeape still. Yeah, Urshifu Primeape is still fine because I can Encore to Iron Hands. Actually, yeah, that's not too bad. So I'm going to lead Primeape plus Urshifu. And then in the back, I like the idea of... I want to say... Xianpao Dragonite seems really tempting just because I can do really good combinations potentially with Ice Shard, Sucker Punch, and Extreme Speed, which I do like. I think I will go with that combination. Fluttermane's tempting, but I'm not 100% certain. I guess the question is, am I going to Terra? I don't think I Terra turn 1, at least the Annihilate, or not the Annihilate, the Primeape. I just don't think I do. Yeah, there's no really point of going for a Terra immediately. So let's see what's going to be performed here, because I don't know if we're going to see a fake out into who, but I'm hoping that it's into... Okay, yeah, it's Iron Hands Uxie, which I'm not too surprised about, because I do lead the Primeape plus Urshifu. We'll go for the U-turn. Yeah, I kind of want Surging Strikes really badly, but I'm not 100% certain. I mean, Terra Water, Surging Strikes next to Xianpao could be a thing. But I do believe that the right play... Actually, the best play is probably just the Surging Strikes to Iron Hands and just go for an Encore into Iron Hands as well. Because I do think Fake Out's coming out. Yeah, they do Fake Out my Urshifu, which is fine. Okay, perfect. So I Encore the Iron Hands and a Fake Out, so it's pretty much forced to switch the following turn, which is nice. We're going to see the Uxie go for a Trick Room. Yep, perfect. Okay. So not a bad situation. Encore is going to come in clutch. The thing is what's going to happen next, because I want to... The Iron Hands is in such a weird position. I do want to Surging Strikes and put on pressure against the Iron Hands, and I think I want to Drain Punch that slot as well. Uxie's not threatening any offense. We're going to see the Iron Hand switch out. Yep. Into what? Sylveon. I mean, Surging Strikes is still some pretty good damage, so I'll take it. Mystic Power. What is Mystical Power? What is that move? What? I've never heard of that move in my life. What? Did Azelf Uxie Mesper get a new move that I'm not familiar with? The Legends of Arceus? 30 strikes, really good damage here. Perfect. Yep. Nice. That's a good position. Gonna go out in a Xian Pao here on this potential. I think Mystical Power is the psychic move. That's what I'm assuming. I'm just gonna protect here. So I can Ice Shard to Sylveon the following turn. So harden a Xian Pao and protect. This is probably Hyper Voice and something. Like, even if they, let's say, go for double up in Xian Pao, knock it out, I'm going to go Dragonite and just Extreme Speed. So that's all right as well. Hyper Voice. Okay. Yeah, exactly as we anticipated. Critical hit. That's all right. I wonder if I could Sucker Punch a Uxie and threaten a KO. Kind of doubt it. Mystical Power, gonna go out into... Yeah, it's a Psychic move, I guess. An inaccurate Psychic move. I have no idea what the benefit is, but alright. Let's just Ice Shard the Sylveon and go for a... I want a Terra? How many turns of Terrano left? 2. I don't think I want a Terra. I think I just want to go for a Rage Fist into Uxie. Just go for the raw hit. So Ice Shard gonna come out, no quick attack, so I get the KO on Sylveon. Beautiful, alright. We also get some pretty good damage into the Uxie with the Rage Fist, because we're gonna get boosted. Mystical Power into the Primeape. Yeah, it doesn't do too much. What's its secondary effect? Raise a special tag. Okay. Rage Fist gonna come out into the Uxie. Really good damage, actually. Rocky Helmet, alright. But I'm pretty happy with that turn. Glastrier gonna come in as the last. Ooh! Hold up. This looks decent here for me. Alright. I want to go for Sucker Punch here into the Uxie, and I want to protect my Primeape. Yeah. So if they attack with Uxie, it's fine. I don't know if the Uxie has any good recovery moves other than Rest. Sucker Punch. Oh, they gave me the Uxie, which is fantastic. All right. So glad they take the knockdown of Uxie. That's really good for me, actually. Okay, I'll 100% take that. GM Power goes down. Beautiful. Stomping Tantrum into the Protect. Okay. They Terra yet? They haven't Terra'd yet. I think Anger Point Annihilate can come in. I want to go out into Urshifu, I think, first. Yeah, I'm going to go in Urshifu first. I guess the question is, are they going to fake out the Primeape or not? Because I really want to just double out in a Dragonite first and then just Drain Punch the Glastrier. The thing is, I don't know. Did they double up the Primeape? If they fake out, I have Encore. So if they're targeting the Primeape, they have to go for the double up knockout. But they have to also respect the Urshifu. It's kind of a weird spot for them. You could Terra though. I really want to Surging Strikes the Primeape and Terra Water. And you know what? I think I do want to go for it and just Drain Punch and get some recovery. Let's see. I don't know if they're going to go for the... I just don't know if they're going to go for it. And by go for it, I mean the fake out. They're kind of just in a weird spot. They might go for fake out or Urshifu, but that'd be okay. If they fake out the Primeape, I think this is awkward. If they double up the Primeape specifically. They do Terra here, which is not too surprising. This should be the Glastrier. Yep, Glastrier Terras. I don't think it should be Ghost. Round. Okay, so for Stomping Tantrum. Wait, that means they had to fake out the Urshifu, right? No way you let me Surging Strikes the Glastrier. Okay, they don't at all. So this is perfect, actually. So I am able to get the Surging Strikes off into the Primeape and get the Anger Point off. I didn't think they would fake out. I thought they would just go straight for the Wall Charge in their Urshifu and Terra defensive the Glastrier and attack my Primeape. That was what I initially expected. It looks like, thankfully, my hunch will probably be correct here. So let's see. Drain Punch the Glastrier. Really good damage. It's not a KO, but that's a huge amount of damage. And Glastrier is a heck of a bulky Pokemon. So give me that beautiful HP. Yeah. Wall Charge going to come out into the Urshifu. Pick up the knockout, which is acceptable. All right. They take Recoil, and we're going to see the Stomping Tantrum with the Terra Ground. I don't expect this to KO. This is... Yeah. Primeape actually like really bulky with that Eviolite, and I have a lot of physical and defense investment. We can go Dragonite now, and I think we should have this game sealed. I don't know. One of these Pokemon is Assault Vest, the other isn't. I'm just going to go for a... Extreme Speed or do I Aerial Ace? Aerial Ace has more power, so I might as well just Aerial Ace. I'm going to Aerial Ace the Glastrier, and I'm just going to go for a Drain Punch into the Iron Hands and get the recovery from Iron Hands. Because if they want to wall... Because if they protect Glastrier, that's fine. Like, the only thing that Iron Hands can really do is go for a Wall Charge. And I'm pretty sure Drain Punch is going to put you in recoil range for Wall Charge if I don't KO it already. And I do KO it with the Drain Punch. So, Primeape going on a rampage. You love to see it. You love to see it. Goodbye, Iron Hands. We aerial ace the Glastrier, but the game is secured at this point. So Primeape will be able to KO the Glastrier with the Drain Punch, and oh man. Whew, all right, we were able to set up the Annihilate, which was really good. It was kind of awkward. The Encore did really save us because we did force out that Encore from that threatening Iron Hands on the fake out. Maybe they were scared of the Surging Strikes in general alongside the Xianpao switch and Terra Water, which I did consider, but felt like it was going to be an okay position to get damage to Iron Hands because maybe I could go for like a Terra Normal Extreme Speed play from Dragonite afterward. But yeah, we were able to lock it beautifully. We were able to pin the Sylveon, and then once it got a little bit dicey. That turn did get a little bit dicey, but I had a really strong suspicion they wouldn't go for fake out after the Encore. They really wanted the damage here. I'm really surprised it was Terra Ground on the Glastrier, so if I did Surging Strikes that slot, they also probably still lost, but the Primeape going crazy. Fluttermane, Urshifu, Regieleki, Stonejourner, Sableye, Rillaboom. What the heck is this team am I looking at here? All right. So I could set this is weird. They have Regieleki, which is, I mean, I guess I have priority, which isn't too bad. I do have some pretty strong priority. So I do like Dragonite generally. I like Fluttermane. I don't think it's like too helpful in this matchup. I like Primeape. I like Urshifu. I like Dragonite. I just don't know if the last one's going to be Xianpao, which could help here. Thunderous isn't too bad. Thunder Waving, just a big threat, I think could be nice here. I think I am going to go with Thunderous. I think Thunderous is okay. Alongside, I want to say something to threaten the Eleki, so I think it's Dragonite. It's a really weird lead, but I think it will work. Then have Urshifu plus the Primeape in the back. I want to set up for Primeape to sweep, which is definitely possible. The big things I'm going to have to do is probably like paralyze the Fluttermane and get rid of Eleki. Eleki is such a big problem. I might also have to, depending on the Rillaboom spread, I might have to punish the Rillaboom by going for a Thunder Wave into the Rillaboom slot as well, or getting some prior chip damage, but we'll find out. We're going to see the lead of Fluttermane, Sableye. Okay, not too bad of a lead. Do bring out the Dragonite plus the Thunderous. Oh, I guess like the Dragonite is kind of in a weird off-threatened position. I'm going to just Thunder Wave the Fluttermane, and I'm just going to go for the Aerial Ace into the Fluttermane as well. They shouldn't be able to pick up a knockout into my Dragonite. They protect Fluttermane. Oh, is this Taunt? This has to be Taunt, right? If you make this play, maybe it's Wisp if you have it. Or maybe you're trying to scout for Disable. No, they did go for the Wisp, and we do dodge, so we do take those. We do go for the Aerial Ace once again. We didn't see a booster energy on the Fluttermane, I'm pretty sure, so we can just go for another Thunder Wave and an Aerial Ace, and I just don't see a problem with that. Because they don't have this best switch-ins. If they go Eleki, I'm happy with getting damage into Eleki. That's completely acceptable here. I didn't really care if the Dragonite got burned, but if this is a frail Fluttermane, they are threatened, I guess, by the Thunder Wave plus Aerial Ace. Because, like, if I got burned with the Dragonite, like, all I need is, like, an opener with Dragonite. We're gonna see the Stonejourner come out. Okay. So I break a potential stash on the Stonejourner, and then Wall Bolt Storm is something I can do. They could also Encore, I guess, my Thunderous here. No, they go for Wisp again. All right. That's acceptable. I will go for an Aerial Ace into Stonejourner. Break a Focus Sash, which is pretty big. So Paralyzed Stonejourner, it isn't that bad for me. All right. The Sableye is going to be pretty hard to actually damage. I'm going hard into my Urshifu for the Thunderous slot, and I'm going hard Annihilate for the other. If they double out here, that would be really smart, but I don't know. I think this might be Disable if they have it. I don't know if they do, but they do have Disable. This would be pretty... Or Encore. They could Encore me in a Thunder Wave, or they could Disable here, which is why I'm trying to double swap here. I also think that this is the best position to set up Primeape, because Primeape is actually in a really prime spot. We're going to see the Protect from Stonejourner, which doesn't change much here. And we're going to see a Trick come out. Into who? Okay. They gave me a Lagging Tail in exchange for my Choice Scarf. So that ends up working out pretty well for me. All right. They don't have switch-ins to the Surging Strikes, so I'm very happy with just going for a Surging Strikes into the Sableye. And I think I'm just going to protect my Primeape because I want to see, are they going to try to trick me my Choice Scarf onto Primeape? I don't really want to have that happen. Actually, would it be worth? No, my Primeape wouldn't outspeed Fluttermane, which is the big one. I really need to find a position to set up, though. We are going to see a Terra come out here. So Stonejourner Terra? Okay, Stonejourner Terra is into Terra Dragon to resist a water moves, I guess. All right. I'm not really too concerned about the Stonejourner Terra. We will protect our Primeape. I want to see what they're locking themselves into with the Sableye. Is a trick again? They go for a Wisp and into Urshifu. Okay. Alright, so that's okay. We're gonna see the Rock Slide come out. Okay, so I mean, doesn't really do anything for them. I guess maybe they were trying to catch like the Thunder Swap again. Hopefully Urshifu can get an attack off. We flinched. That's unfortunate. Alright. I do want to Surging Strikes the Sableye again. I think I want to go out into Thunderous. You might be thinking, why am I going out into Thunderous in this position? It's because I can Wall Bolt Storm pressure at these slots. Because I don't want my Primeape burn, because like the burn Primeape is just not doing any damage with the Rage Fist. So I think I'd rather have Thunderous burned, and I could threaten maybe the Stonejourner knockout. I could see Wall Bolt Storm knock out the Stonejourner just because of how frail that Pokemon is. So let's see. It gets paralyzed, which is really good. Okay. Here comes a Surging Strikes coming out into the Sableye. We're just going to get some chip, which is very nice. And if they want to swap out, they're getting pinned by the Surging Strikes plus the Wall Bolt Storm, so they don't have a good pin. Okay, or they don't have a good switch. I wonder if the Stonejourner could take Wall Bolt Storm. I'm very curious on that. I guess we'll find out together, I suppose. As we take the burn damage, we're going to go for the Surging Strikes, and we're going to go for Wall Bolt Storm. They can Wide Guard, but they don't get much accomplished. Somebody's taking a Surging Strikes, which is still pretty good, and I can still threaten Thunder Waves the following turn. We're going to see another Wisp to cover Switch. Looks like they just don't want to switch out, which makes sense. They probably don't have anything that covers it. Wall Bolt Storm into Stonejourner. Takes it a lot better than I expected. Is that Sulfa Stonejourner? It gets paralyzed again. And we are able to get the Surging Strikes off into the Sableye and pick up the knockout of the Sableye. This has been a very strange game so far. Like, it has been a very strange game. So goodbye, Sableye. And now what's going to happen? Can I get Primeape into a good position? That's the question, because I can't figure this out right now. I hope they actually have their own Urshifu in the back, and maybe I can activate it that way. We're gonna see the Fluttermane come back in. Oh, they go in their own Urshifu, which is fine here. All right. They have Wide Guard. I feel like the Wall Bolt Storm should have knocked out the Stonejourner. Like, I really do. I'm just gonna get some chip into Stonejourner, or do I U-turn? U-turn isn't a bad play here, I suppose. With Citrus Berry, I should be able to live a combination. I think I'm just going to U-turn out. I'm going to U-turn out to Stonejourner. I'm just going to Wall Bolt Storm. Let's see. No Wide Guard. I do miss a Wall Bolt Storm. I missed it into one of them. I don't know which one. I do fail to KO the Stonejourner. They do go for Surging Strikes here in the Thunderous. This is actually Power Spots combination-wise. So actually, that's doing a lot to Thunderous, but I'm still going to be able to hang on, which is okay. We do confirm it's not Scarf on the Urshifu, which is good. Also, they can't protect the Fluttermane anymore, which is also good. Okay. Stonejourner getting paralyzed again. Ooh, 3 turns of para. Not fun, but U-turn gonna come out in a Stonejourner. Pick up the knockout in a Stonejourner. No more Power Spot. And now I think hard into Annihilate is usually the play here. Or I could go Dragonite. Dragonite's not a bad option. Would I want to go for that though? I think Dragonite's a fine option, actually. Yeah, they tear the Stonejourner, so I think I go Dragonite because Dragonite's not really useful to my endgame plan at all. I want a Thunder Wave if it is specs on the Flutter. And I want to see what the Flutter is locking itself into, because I feel like it'd be Gleam. If it's Gleam, that's all right. They might Aqua Jet with Urshifu, which is why I want a Thunder Wave. I do want to go for a Aerial Ace into Urshifu and get necessary damage if I can, and I'm just going to Thunder Wave to Flutter Mane. They protect. So they protect Flutter Mane, which is all right here. So that's good to confirm. If it's Sash Flutter, that's like the only thing I'm really worried about, but otherwise, like every other option's okay. It should be like a KO into Thundurus with Aqua Jet. Yeah, they do have Aqua Jet. Okay, good to confirm. Okay. Thundurus goes down. I am able to get a Aerial Ace off into the Urshifu. Very nice damage. I guess this is where it's going to be a little bit awkward. I want to get Primeape next to Urshifu, but I will go out into Primeape here. And I am going to go for the Aerial Ace into... Actually, no, this is fine. I can go for Aerial Ace here, and I can go for the Terra, and I can go for the Rage Fist into the Flutter Mane. I should be able to live combinations of the Flutter Mane and the Urshifu because it's not Specs Flutter. It's not Booster Energy Flutter. If it's Sash Flutter, I can Aqua Jet the following with my own Urshifu, so I should be good here. I think Primeape does clean us up. We'll find out together, I suppose. We'll find out together. A Dazzling Gleam gonna come out. Perfect. Yeah, I even live with Dragonite. That's crazy. It's Life Orb Flutter. That explains it. They went for Surging Strikes into the Dragonite. Okay, perfect. So Dragonite goes down. I'm able to get... Oh, man. If Dragonite went down to the Dazzling Gleam, I got a free Surging Strikes into Primeape, and then I would just absolutely get the Anger Point and destroy this team. Rage Fist, though, no Anger Point necessary. I only needed one hit to KO their Flutter Mane. And now we should seal up the game because we can go out in our own Urshifu. I think this is locked. Maybe not. I guess Close Combat crit into Primeape. I don't know if that KOs the Primeape. We'll find out. I'm Drain Punching here and I'm Close Combating. They're going to Close Combat my Primeape, which I should be able to. Yeah, crit could have KO'd. But then again, they had the defense drops, and then I'm pretty sure that I can just get a Draco. I can get a Close Combat. If Close Combat doesn't bring them into Aqua Jet range, I guess that's where it's terrifying, but I had a feeling it should. And Primeape able to seal it. No Anger Point. No Anger Point, but you know what? Good enough endgame. It was just like a little bit hard to position just because of the Trick Sableye. The Trick Sableye with Will-O-Wisp was actually like a lot more threatening than I thought it would be. Also getting the Paralysis on the Sojourner. It wasn't like necessary, but it was like helpful. I still think the Primeape endgame would have been fine to win and secure the endgame, but definitely not what I anticipated how that game was going to go. Iron Valiant, Gastrodon, Cerulege, Meowscarada, Sandy Shucks. What is this series? No, regulate series 2 team. Yeah, this is series 2 team. So Meowscarada is kind of weird because my Annihilape is Anger Point. So, but it's not a type that resists Meowscarada. So the Meowscarada is actually kind of a weird threat. They have the Gastrodon too, which actually makes it really awkward for me to actually get like the Urshifu attacks off. So this is going to be a strange game regardless. I think I do want to bring Urshifu though, because I have the access to U-turn. So I think U-turn is actually like really valuable in this game. I think I do want to bring it. I am Dark Move Shien Pal, so it might be worth it to bring it for the Cerulege. I actually do. Yeah, it's pretty good here. I think I bring the Annihilape still regardless. I don't think Thundurus is that good. I think Flutter Mane's probably better, so I can break through the Gastrodon, but I don't know if it's Flutter Mane here, if it's going to be the Dragonite that could be better offensively. Dragonite does offer some things, especially a ground immunity to Sandy Shock's Earth Power. An Extreme Speed, I guess, could clean up. Like, the thing with Flutter Mane is it's threatened by the priority of Cerulege, Scizor, and potentially Meowscarada. So I don't think Flutter Mane was actually worth it now that I look at it. Like, deceptively, it's looking good because of the damage output I can. But I think just in the grand scheme of things, it's like a Pokemon that just struggles against this team because the Bullet Punch and priority is just going to be really hard to play around. If I had a defensive Water Terror, maybe, but like I don't think it's worth it otherwise. Meowscarada plus Scizor is pretty reasonable here. So I do lead the Shien Pal plus the Urshifu, feeling pretty good about this lead. I'm going to go for a U-turn immediately into the Meowscarada since I am Scarf, and I'm just going to protect my Xianpao. This is probably a Gastrodon switch. I don't know which slot they are really switching into. Actually, can they really? I don't think. Actually, this might not be. I'm going to just protect and U-turn and maybe get in the Dragonite here because Dragonite's a pretty good position. I will U-turn the Meowscarada, bring it down to Focus Sash. Now it's in Ice Shard range, which is great. And yeah, Dragonite can come in and do a ton of damage here. So I am going to bring out my Dragonite. This should be Flower Trick and Urshifu. So that's the main reason I want to go into Dragonite here. Yep, they go for the Flower Trick. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, they targeted the Xianpao, which is even more amazing here. Did they Source Sense though? Tailwind. Okay, that's fine. I have Ice Shard on the Xianpao. And I have Extreme Speed on my Dragonite. I think I just want to go for... So I have switches. I do have switches to attacks. I don't think it's really worth it. So I do want to go for Aerial Ace. I do want to target the Scizor and get some damage. I think I do just want to go for the Ice Shard into the Meowscarada. There's no point in going for Sucker Punch. We're going to see a Terra. This might be Terra Ghost Meowscarada for the Extreme Speed. Yep. Perfect. Yep, that's why I didn't want Extreme Speed, because Terra Ghost was like really likely here. So I had a suspicion. I'm going for Ice Shard. Is this Sucker Punch, Bullet Punch? Did they both outspeed? No, I get an Ice Shard off into the Meowscarada, so I pick up the knockout. This might have been Bullet Punch, Flower Trick into the Xianpao to get rid of it, but me getting Meowscarada is really huge here. Nice. You go for Pounce actually to lower my speed, so what if I Sucker Punch the Meowscarada though? That was definitely an option I had. All right. So I am able to get an Aerial Ace off, the speed drop here. Huge damage to that Scizor, jeez. All right, really good position, really good position. We're gonna see the Gastrodon come in, which it's not really taking an advantage here, so I'm very happy with this spot. I guess the question is, what do I want to go for now? I guess I could go into Urshifu for the Xianpao slot. I'm gonna Aerial Ace, and I do want to go. I want to get an offensive position, so I do think that I'd rather just go hard into my Urshifu and just see what they can really go, because the priority on the Xianpao could matter in the later parts. We're gonna see Pounce into the Dragonite, which is fine. Maybe Gastrodon speeds and gets an Ice Beam off. I don't think it would KO though. No, they Chilling Water. Okay. So that's an interesting tech right here, Chilling Water, but the Aerial Ace should still knock out the Scizor even without Sword of Ruin. Yep. Critical hit I don't think was necessary. So Scizor is eliminated, and now they're down to their last two Pokemon. All right. Very unique game. We're gonna see that is gonna be the Sandy Shocks. Okay. Booster energy gonna be special attack. All right. I don't know who they're targeting. The Dragonite's pretty scary, but they also might target down to Urshifu. I can go for an Extreme Speed endgame, I suppose. That isn't a bad option. I think I'm just gonna go in a Primeape. Do I want to go Primeape? I think Primeape's probably fine. Dragonite Xianpao should be able to beat this combination, and then I think I'm just going to go for a close combat into the Gastrodon. Or should I just get Chip into the Sandy Shocks? No, let's get damage into Sandy Shocks, actually. We can't Surging Strikes because of the Storm Drain from the Gastrodon. So let's bring out Primeape. We're gonna see Thunderbolt come out in Urshifu, which is okay. I was okay with taking that because I now get free position. Actually, if they... No, Chilling Water. I don't have Define. I have Anger Point. I see a way. Man, if I had Define right now, we'd be going crazy. But, yep, Primeape able to speed drop, but it's not that big of a deal. Tailwind peters out. Not too surprising. I am gonna go hard into Xianpao. I think, yeah, I want to go hard Xianpao. Xianpao is like really good. I don't care about the defense drop on me, but it does affect my opponent quite a bit. So we will bring out the Sword of Ruin. I do want to go for the Encore, I think, into the Gastrodon. Because the Gastrodon I see Windlocked is just not doing any damage, and I think I want to protect this Xianpao. I think they have to read... I think they have to read a turn here with the Sandy Shocks of whether they're going to protect here or if they're going to go for... I feel like they protect attack here. But no, they Thunderbolt. Okay, smart. I do encore the... Actually, I should have encored the Sandy Shocks. This was not... I think encoring the Sandy Shocks just allowed me to pin it if it attacked here. So I could Ice Go... So I can knock it out with an Ice Move the following turn. So that was a little bit of a mistake, but still think it's probably acceptable. They're just not doing any damage with Gastrodon. I can Drain Punch here the Gastrodon, and I'm going to go for the Ice Go Crash into the Sandy Shocks. Just hit the Crash. They protect. A good protect on their part. I still think overall this is acceptable. I'm getting a pretty big Drain Punch into Gastrodon, and I can still Terra the Dragonite. So I think I should still be alright. Drain Punch. Not bad damage. I would be doing more if I had the Anger Point, of course. Okay. You go for the Icy Wind. Alright. They have special attack booster. Do I want to lock myself in Outrage or Extreme Speed? I feel like I Outrage for the power. I want to go Dragonite and Outrage for the power, I think. They gotta respect the Dragonite. I don't think they're gonna respect the Primeape. I'm gonna go for a Drain Punch into the... I guess it's weird. Actually, no. I should Extreme Speed Drain Punch here. Yeah, I'm gonna Extreme Speed Drain Punch the Sandy Shocks. Because the thing is, Outrage can get KOs, but the problem is if they go for Earth Power into... Or, like, they would Thunderbolt here, the Dragonite. If they Thunderbolt the Dragonite, it's a really awkward position. Because if I Outrage and I get the Gastrodon, then they can Thunderbolt again, and I don't think 2 Drain Punches knock out the Sandy Shocks. But I would heal back, I think, enough HP, so it might have actually been worth it looking back in retrospect. Because an Extreme Speed into the Sandy Shocks, it's not enough for a KO. Thunderbolt, they target down the Primeape again. Can we survive? Oh, we do. That's actually big. Primeape survives, but unfortunately, we're going down to the Icy Wind. Okay, wait, hold up. This was not according to my plan here. Oh, it's a mind game now of targets. Encore ended at the worst timing. I'm going to Extreme Speed the Gastrodon. Really, I kind of read a bit, but okay, they do protect here. So I do kind of get this read right. Do they recover, I guess is the question. That's a big one, but they have Earth Power. Okay, they protect. Double protect. All right, we Extreme Speed into the protect. I think I just Extreme Speed the Sandy Shocks. Oh, I should have Outraged. If I Outraged, I look like a fool by not Outraging. I think Outrage just sealed it. We Extreme Speed the Sandy Shocks. No double protect. Okay, I have 5 power points for Extreme Speeds afterward. They're going to Chilling Water to lower my attack, and then they're going to stall with protects. Let's see if I have enough firepower. Chilling Water, yep. Okay. Oh, this was so cruel. My mistakes here. I definitely should have went for the Outrage earlier. I completely forgot about the Drain Punch healing. I feel like Drain Punch would be a 3-hit KO on Sandy Shocks. Maybe I'm wrong. Because the Drain Punch did nothing to Gastrodon. I thought like I'd be doing more damage and getting more recovery. But yeah, there were some... I feel like there were some really good early plays. I kind of just messed up the end game here. They got me on like the 2 protects, like the protect on the Sandy Shocks. Like they called me protecting Xianpao and attacked aggressively with the Sandy Shocks. I'm probably gonna need a crit because yeah, and they're Chilling Water, and then they're just gonna PP stall the protects and gain back all the leftovers recovery. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm only gonna have enough power for 1 Extreme Speed, so. Oh, definitely a bad mess up here. Definitely should have went for... Maybe I should have aggressively went... No, I should have encored the Sandy Shocks. That was the big misplay, I think. If I encored the Sandy Shocks, I think the game is just over because they don't have the option to protect unless they go for the double protect. Because if they protected the prior, but yeah, encore was definitely the better play into the Sandy Shocks. So that was just a big mistake on my part. Definitely a winnable game. I kind of threw this one. Unless they for some reason don't protect, they've been miscounting Extreme Speeds, but I don't think Crit Struggle knocks out Gastrodon either, so I'm gonna go for it because it is a win con and I might as well, but yeah, they're just gonna protect, and then I don't think Crit Struggle can unfortunately knock out the Gastrodon from here. So definitely some big mistakes. I think I actually, well, I didn't know what the full Gastrodon set was, but we saw Chilling Water early. We saw Icy Wind early. We didn't see Protect till later. Trying to think if I had other options on the Primeape turn. Yeah, I just don't do enough to the Gastrodon. They're gonna finish me off with an attack here. Oh no, wait, no, I do go down to struggle. Okay, I'll be out of my misery. But yeah, definitely a winnable game. Definitely had some outs. Just didn't execute the end game that well. All right, let's go over the games. In game 1, Primeape was able to put my opponent into an awkward spot with the Iron Hands that put me in a position later on to set up with the Primeape in an end game after stalling out Trick Room. In game 2, some strange interactions, but I was able to set up Primeape in a good position against an end game Urshifu and Fluttermane, even after all the maneuvering playing around the Sableye. In game 3, felt I played the early game well, but should have went for either the Encore onto the Sandy Shocks instead of the Gastrodon to threaten him with Icicle Crash if it did attack, or should have locked into Outrage with Dragonite in the end game. Primeape is actually really cool, and there were a lot of cases when I was testing the team early on and against the standard Ursa Luna teams that you would normally encounter, it is able to do a lot of work. It's actually kind of surprising how much Eviolite changes the bulk on Primeape. It's able to take attacks extremely well, as we saw, and then Drain Punch recovery is fantastic. If you do want to try out the team, the paste is available in the description down below, and you can check out the creator down there as well. But of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.